Thank you for your support and for watching avivTarot. This is a general pick-a-card reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Not everything will apply. My readings are meant to be constructive and not destructive. I give readings to empower you. I will be honest in what I see and will not give you false hopes or empty promises in order to keep you happy. I will be compassionate and sensitive to your feelings and will not judge or condemn. Energies are ever-changing. You are still the master of your own destiny. Hi everyone, thank you for watching avivTarot, and today we are going to do another pick-a-card reading, and this is the next 7 to 10 days, your energy for the next 7 to 10 days, what to expect, what to watch out for, etc, etc. So we have 3 different piles, 1, 2, and 3. Choose either, if the number resonated with you or if the picture resonates with you. Pick one that you feel drawn to, and timestamps are going to be in the description box below, and as well as in the message box. If you need more time, you can pause the video, and let's get started. All right, so for pile number 1, your general energy for the next 7 days or 7 to 10 days is the Great Gathering. The Great Gathering. All right, it says it's all coming together, intuitive hits, and soul tribe. So I think in the next 7 to 10 days, you are probably going to be invited into some kind of gathering. If you're not being invited, I do believe you are the master of your own destiny. You can hold a gathering and have everyone come over, right? Especially if you haven't seen a lot of the people for a while, especially if you are in a country where now after a year or a year and a half of closing down, a lot of places are finally opening up. So if you're in one of those countries, then congratulations, and you can probably start holding small gatherings and stuff like that, and finally get to see people face to face. For others of you who aren't able to, because maybe you're still in a close down or whatever, I do want to mention that this video is timeless. So whenever you find this video, if it's not during COVID, then you don't even have to worry about the messages I was just talking about, whether you can't do small gatherings and stuff like that, or big gatherings, for all that matters. But if you are watching this during COVID time, then perhaps instead of face to face, you can still hold little meetings, like e-meetings, right? Zoom, Google Hangout, or FaceTime, whatever it is, and have a little catch up session and find out what everybody's doing. If it is safe, I would even hold a small gathering at my place or something like that, or go to someone's places. So that is that. And also you might be able to find your soul tribe. It says that people that you really feel very much drawn to, resonated with. Also there is the intuitive hits. So I think in the next 7 to 10 days, you also might get some kind of intuitions about certain things. Maybe you want to follow your intuition. So let's take a look at specifically in the area of your career in the next 7 to 10 days, what to watch out for. Ooh, oh my gosh, the World card. Look at that. Okay, so in the next 7 to 10 days, I would really not strongly recommend, but actually I think a lot of things are wrapping up, coming to an end in regards to your business, career, or whenever I see the World card, sometimes it doesn't just mean the end, because it is the last card in the major arcana. But whenever I see the World, I do get a really good vibe, because it means you're being handed the world, given the whole wide world, that kind of things. So I think a lot of abundance is coming. Sometimes the world does mean that you're kind of in a comfort zone. If you feel like you want to, for your next step, your next journey ahead, maybe you do want to step out of your comfort zone and try a little bit of different things, right? Because the next card is the Fool's card, which is talking about, you know, taking risks and moving on to the next level. So I think in the area of career or job, I think a lot of things are finally wrapping up. A lot of things are maybe moving forward, closing up, or making full circle around. The World card, I also see it as the World Wide Web, like the internet. So maybe a lot of the businesses that you do, you can do it via online, especially now. It's so poppin', and COVID made online businesses going crazy, right? So maybe that would be something, a direction where you want to head to maybe expand your business online. Okay, and what else? Okay, so if you are trying to find a job, there's that message as well, where maybe you want to look online, or maybe there are some position that you can maybe work from home, right? You're using the internet as a way of working. So there is that opportunity for you. I think also with the World card, I think if you're experiencing a lot of hardships or a lot of horrible things, or things being kind of static and all of that, I think maybe all those things are also coming to an end, and you are heading, so in the next 7 to 10 days, a lot of things are wrapping up, coming to an end, and you are starting a new journey soon. Okay, so I think it's a very good card to get in regards to your career. Also, maybe you want to find more connection, especially whether if you're employed or unemployed right now, trying to find work. I think you want to find, make as much network connections and network with people as much as possible, because you never know where those people might connect you with, right? And hand you opportunities, etc. So I do see this as almost like an opportunities, especially through networking. Okay, so the next card we are going to talk about is your love life in the next 7 to 10 days, and we have the Ruler of Swords, and this is the King of Swords card. The King of Swords is about being very analytical. It's about being super focused, okay, a leader, very, very mature. And so so I would say that for in the next 7 to 10 days, maybe this is kind of interesting, because you're getting the Swords card in regards to your love life in the next 7 to 10 days. So you're going to be you're going to treat everything very maturely. Okay, you're going to see things you're going to be probably analyzing things a lot. You're going to be thinking things through a lot. You're going to be analyzing your situation, or what do you want. So you're going to be thinking a lot about maybe your future, what are you guys going to do, and all of that. For some of you, because it is the King card, so maybe for practical reasons, or being super analytical, that they think, oh, your partner might be thinking, okay, or maybe you might be thinking, maybe it is time to make this relationship into the next level, like to mature it, right? So I think there is this possibility of like wanting to decide on something, almost like an ultimatum, especially you guys are in a stable relationship. Okay, the Swords card, sometimes I do see using the sword as like cutting and stuff like that. So for some of you guys, there is that possibility of maybe you want to cut the cords because things are just not lovey-dovey anymore. Things are too much in the head. You know, you're just thinking, well, like practical reasons, or you're coming up with reasons why you guys should be together. You know, like kind of, it becomes too much in the head instead of in the heart. So there is that also possibility of that. However, for others of you, I would say that, especially now, let's go into the different categories. If you are single, remember the main message over here is the Great Gathering, which also kind of resonates with the World card, because we kind of talked about, you know, networking and stuff like that. I think this definitely kind of relates. And so for people who are single in the next 7 to 10 days, I definitely think that you should use the opportunity, if you can, to go to like gatherings. If you don't have any invitations, maybe you want to hold one yourself. Okay. And but you just, Ruler of Swords, I would say that you either might be meeting someone, because it is a court card, so I think there is a possibility of meeting someone who is super analytical, very, very mature. I would say they're very smart, because the Swords card, I would always say they're very smart, kind of humorous. I would say maybe dry humor, just because they're a little I don't know, that's just the feeling I get. But they're very smart, not just book smart, but also maybe street smart as well. They know a lot of things, very curious, very knowledgeable. Again, very, very analytical. I would say they might have like strong Virgo energy, or Gemini energy, right? Maybe some Aquarius as well. So what else? Okay. Or it could be your energy where you're being super analytical. Okay, if you're single and you're being super analytical about everything, then I would definitely suggest that if you want to get out of your singleness, instead of being so analytical, you want to let your heart lead. Okay, lead the way, instead of being so analytical, so by the book, so practical, I guess, too. Because, you know, love, sometimes you just cannot analyze it. You just got to go with the heart. So secondly, if you guys are in a situationship, or in like having a crush or something like that, I think this, in the next 7 to 10 days, either the relationship will start to mature a little bit, but I do think with the Ruler of Swords, it is about communication. I think you guys will probably start to, your conversation, instead of being kind of shallow, you know, flirting back and forth type of things, I think in the next 7 to 10 days, you guys will start to get more, like, we'll start to get deeper into the conversation, asking each other deeper questions, where you have to really think about things, and getting to know each other a little bit more, what they're thinking, what they're like, right? So I would say that, because it is a air energy, not a, you know, wands or water energy. So in the next 7 to 10 days, having this situationship or crush situation, I think you guys will try to get to know each other a little bit more on a deeper side, and from a very, you know, analytical standpoint, instead of more of those like lust or pure passion and that kind of things. I think you guys will want to get to know this person as this person, instead of just seeing the shallow appearances or these outer stuff. Okay, or that could be a suggestion for you, that you should do it this way in the next 7 to 10 days. Get to know what this person's thinking about, what their true thinking, how do they really think, what do they really want, you know? And if you guys are in a relationship right now, again, I would say that, you know, get into the deeper side, and like I said earlier, also in a situationship and crush situation, because it is the Swords card. For some of you guys, you might also think you know, if you talk about things and things are not going the way that you wanted it to go, or this person does not turn out to be the person that you feel like you want to be with, there is a possibility of cutting the cord as well. Okay, so now if you are in a stable relationship, I would say that we kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, where for some of you guys, you might, if the relationship is not working out, maybe you're finally, because it's just lacking a lot of like passion and lust and emotions, and everything becomes so just kind of bland. Then for you guys, both sides or one of you guys might be thinking about, you know, cutting the relationship. But for others of you, this week is going to be kind of a lot of communication, right? There's a lot of going back and forth, talking about things, talking things out. I would say in a very mature way. So it's nothing like, you know, being immature and you know, saying things just because you want to get on each other's nerves or something like that. I think it's going to be quite mature. You're going to get to each other's like the heart of a lot of things. You're going to probably analyze this relationship a little bit more. Okay. So now, for people who are going to like wishing or hoping to reconcile and reconciliate with someone, like a past lover, getting the ruler of swords, I would say that there is that possibility, because it is a swords card. There is about communication. So I think there is a possibility of you guys reconnecting and talking in a very mature way. But the thing is, because it is a swords card, I don't feel like it is going to be like, oh, let's get back together. But I think you guys might talk about it, okay? But in the next 7 to 10 days, it's mainly conversations about things in a very intellectual way instead of emotional or passionate, lusty type of ways. So maybe you guys will talk about things, what you guys want, and if you know, and you might come into an agreement how you guys want to proceed. So I think for reconciliation and reconnection, there is a possibility of that, okay, in the next 7 to 10 days. Now, finally, let's take a look at your finances in the next 7 to 10 days, and we have the Devil card. All right. The Devil card, interesting. I would definitely recommend you in the next 7 to 10 days, if you're looking to invest into some things, the Devil's card might not, you're going to be super tempted. Things are going to be, maybe a lot of people are going to tell you, oh my God, this is the time. This is the perfect thing. You should do it. Look how much money I've made already. You should do this, right? You're going to get a lot of temptations, or a lot of people are telling you to invest in certain things. I would definitely say that maybe you want to wait a little bit in the next 7 to 10 days, because you don't want to do things too impetuously, especially when it comes to finances and money. You probably want to do a little bit of research yourself, examine the situation, instead of just jumping into things because other people kind of lured you in, telling you how good this is, a good of an investment it is for them. But it's different, right? It all depends on the timing of everything. So you want to watch out for any traps, for sure. Make sure you read all of the fine prints, all of the small, like if you're going into contracts or about something, you know, investments or whatever it is, really read all of the fine prints, all of the contracts. Don't just sign things. As far as spending money goes, I definitely think with the Devil's card, there is a very big likelihood that you're going to be so tempted into spending money. Things are going to look so good to you, something that you've been wanting for the longest time, and it's there. Or maybe the salesperson is telling you this is the last one, this is the limited edition, all of these like jargons and stuff like that to lure you in to spend money. If you want to be able to save, I really would recommend you stay strong, because the devil is the devil, right? You might cave into your own desire and lust and just want that thing so bad, and ended up spending a fortune. So there is that. And yeah, you're gonna be faced with a lot of temptations. It could be food too, like expensive food that you've been craving for the longest time, right? And then you're gonna like spend a fortune on this really good, awesome food. So yeah, there is spending due to a desire or a lust or some sort of a temptation. Okay. So that is that for pile number 1. I hope this resonates. I hope it gives you a little bit of heads up what's going on in the next 7 to 10 days. If you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, for pile number 2, your general energy or the general theme in the next 7 to 10 days is the ever unfolding rose. It says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Wow. All right. So seeing roses is always a good thing. I think especially if you're hoping for some action in the area of love, right? So the rose is great omen to see or get. And it says cracked open. Things are happening for you and not to you, right? So that sounds amazing. So a lot of good things are going to be happening for you in the next 7 to 10 days. Things are opening up. You're going to, if things seems kind of mysterious for you before, or you're just like not really knowing what's going on, I think you're going to get a clarity in the next 7 to 10 days. You're going to be able to see things a lot more clearly. You'll probably be able to make a decision. All of those things. Okay. And I do think maybe in the area of, we'll take a look at your card specifically in the different areas, but getting a rose, I do think there's maybe good things coming in for you in the area of love. So now let's take a look at first in the area of career and jobs in the next 7 to 10 days. We have 6 of Wands. Wow. Okay. 6 of Wands, we have, it's all about getting recognition, success, all of the things. Look at this, cracked open, it's happening for you. So if things have been horribly static or just not working out the way you wanted it to be, this next 7 to 10 days, I think you're going to feel successful. People are going to look up to you. You're getting recognized for all of the hard work that you've been putting through, or you might just, if there's deals that you're waiting to close, I think you're going to be able to close that deal. If you're trying to if you're trying to get a deal, I think you're going to be able to get that deal, right? People think you're super professional. The people think you're awesome, amazing at what you do. I would really recommend getting this card if you're in any area where you need to market yourself or something like that. Maybe this is the time to do it, because it's a 6 of Wands. People will see you a lot more easily. So if you have like social media or whatever it is, post a bunch. I think you're going to be able to get either your subscribers are up or followers. A lot of the things maybe you're getting a lot of good inspiration to post things, and people resonate with it, people like it. So definitely it's a very good energy to have. And also remember, we said clarity, things are clearing up for you. Okay, so if you are not currently employed and you're looking to be employed in the next 7 to 10 days, getting 6 of Wands is amazing as well. People are finally recognizing your ability. I think if you're going in to get an interview or get a job, I think you're going to be able to get it quite easily. You're going to stand out from the rest of the crowd. What else? Or if you've already went through the interviews process or whatever it is, I think in the next 7 to 10 days you might be hearing from them, because you just stood out from the rest of the applicants. I would even think you might be able to sign a pretty good contract, right? If you are signing a contract or some sort for like, or negotiate a good deal on your behalf, like in regards to your pay, etc. Because people think you are amazing at what you do. They're willing to pay big bucks to hire you. Okay. All right, so now in the area of love, in the next 7 to 10 days, we have a major arcana card, the Strength. Okay, see, I knew it was going to be really good for the next 7 to 10 days in regards to your love. So love and career is amazing, okay? Love and careers are amazing for you. Strength card, I mean, I don't want, okay, it's amazing, but then again, the Strength card is talking about patience. And also, you know, you have the strength to carry things through. It's about persistence. So, I think in the area of love, it says it's cracked open. So I think things are slow. You're starting to see a little bit of a result of all of the hard work that you've been putting through, but it's telling you to persist. It's telling you to stick in there. Don't give up so easily just yet. It's going to have to take time for you for this love to bloom, to prosper, right? It's going to take a lot of energy and time. And so if you are single, okay, in the next 7 to 10 days, I would say getting the Strength card. You want to keep doing whatever you're doing. You're almost there. As far as if you will be able to meet someone, I actually think it's not a court card. It's a Strength card. It's a major arcana card, which is more about like your mental, you know, spiritual, mental side of things. So I actually think you might need to like pump yourself up. You need to like not feel discouraged in the next 7 to 10 days. I don't know if you'll actually be able to meet someone, but you definitely need a lot of pep talk. You definitely need to you know, get your confidence up, because this is also a Leo card, right? So you need to get your confidence part up. You need to feel good about yourself. And keep doing whatever you're doing right now. I think you're on the right track. Getting this card is kind of like a confirmation for that. The number 8 card is about abundance. So, you know, there is a possibility of getting something. You know, in fact, I actually get like a partial message where for some of you guys, especially if you're single, some of you guys might be able to meet someone at work, because at work you're being seen, you're being recognized. People are feeling, they see you, right? They admire you. They're wowed by you. So for some of you, there is a possibility of people finally seeing you, and or you know, you're standing out from the rest of the crowd, but I just don't know if they're going to do anything just yet. So you just want to have a little bit of patience. I think you're getting there, right? It's slowly opening up, right? The rose is coming up, opening up, or from the, you know, the bud into a full bloom flower. So that is that. And for others of you who are in a situationship or like a crush, you know, having a crush or something like that, then in the next 7 to 10 days, I think the relationship is probably not going to like all of a sudden change into committed relationship, but I think it's moving towards there, but you just need to give it a little bit more time. I don't think it's a good idea to push the person to give you an answer or to do anything too extreme. You want to keep doing whatever you guys are doing. I think you're on the right track, but you don't want to do anything too extreme. There is infinite possibility for this relationship, so you gotta just wait it out and see what happens, okay, in the next 7 to 10 days at least. Now, in the next 7 to 10 days, for people who are in a stable relationship, I think your relationship is amazing. It's good. It's going great. There's lots of possibility for you. I think you guys have experienced a lot already. And so like the Strength card means, I think something, you guys are bonded, okay? You've experienced things together, and those things will keep you guys together, and just keep persist, love each other. And of course there's always going to be some, hardships or arguments and petty fights and stuff like that, but those should not interfere with your love for each other, right? I think the love for each other is actually a lot deeper. It's the things that you guys have gone through already that made you guys stronger, okay, as a couple. So or maybe you'll be tested in the next 7 to 10 days to see how strong you guys are, right? To want to be with each other. So there is that possibility too. Now, for people who are looking to reconcile and reconciliate with someone in the next 7 to 10 days, and getting this card means that I would say that you're in the next 7 to 10 days, you might not hear back from this person, just because it's a Strength card. It's about patience, it's about persistence, it's about putting in the effort and work and all of that. There is possibility of them coming to you or you guys reconnecting, but I don't think it's in the next 7 to 10 days. It's, again, whatever you're doing right now, you want to keep going. You're probably on the right track. So that means that, if you guys are kind of on and off talking, but not really saying anything much about like where the relationship's gonna go, you want to just keep it that way. Don't give them too much pressure. If you guys haven't talked forever, the longest time, then maybe that is a good thing. You want to give each other room and just keep at it. When the timing is right, things will probably work out in the way that it's supposed to be. So in the next 7 to 10 days, I think just persist, do whatever you guys are doing right now. If you're trying to heal yourself, then that's definitely a great thing for you to do. Again, this is a number 8 card, right? Which number 8 means infinity, right? So I think there is the possibility, there's possibility for this relationship to, for you guys to reconnect or something, but it's just not in the next 7 to 10 days. Okay, so now moving on to your finances in the next 7 to 10 days, and we have the 5 of Wands. So this is kind of interesting. In your finances in the next 7 to 10 days, there's going to be some conflict, okay? Maybe like desires. There's a lot of things that you're trying to decide on and you just don't know. It could be like an interior struggle of like trying to choose the right thing to invest on, but it could also just be that you are in a quite chaotic situation right now, or things are kind of chaotic right now around you, meaning like the market itself. How about that? The market itself or the economy itself right now just seems quite unstable. Okay, 5 of Wands. So I would say that in the next 7 to 10 days, if you're looking to invest or do some stuff with money, maybe it's better to observe and not get into this chaotic moment right now, because things are kind of probably trying to work itself out, balance itself out. But there's a lot of maybe conflict. Things are going up and down, not knowing whether it's going to go up or down, right, in the next 7 to 10 days. So you're I feel like you're probably going to, if you have been investing already, you're probably going to feel like up and down, roller coasters. So I would say getting this card is not that good of a card to get in regards to finances or investing or all of those, or getting rewards and stuff like that. I would say if you're just wait it out a little bit for the next 7 to 10 days, whether you're trying to get into investment or trying to buy out of the investment, right? You're trying to cash it out or something like that. Maybe just wait it out a little bit. I think the market, the economy, and maybe the world itself right now is a little bit unstable. Okay. As far as expenditure goes, if there's going to be a possibility of like spending or money, expenditure, all of that. I think in the next 7 to 10 days with the 5 of Wands, there is a possibility, just because it is like a passion, card. So there is a possibility of some sort of a conflict, okay, and which will result in you having to pay for something, okay. But it could also just be gaming. Sometimes 5 of Wands is talking about competition, right? It's about gaming of some sort. So maybe you're spending it on like gaming or gambling or something like that. And money is on those, right? Lottos or something like that. I don't know, just got that message. So there is that possibility. But besides that, if you want to avoid spending unnecessary money, then maybe you want to avoid conflicts as much as possible. That means like when you're driving, you want to drive safely, so that try not to get into an accident, right? You should always be driving safely anyways, regardless, right? Or try not to get into arguments with people, or being too impetuous or too passionate about something, and then you're kind of just got into this thing with someone, and then you're spending. Next thing you know, you're spending money, right? So there is that possibility for you. So yeah, that's what I see for pile number 2. If you have anything that you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel and my video, and turn on the notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. All right, lastly, here you got pile number 3, the Awakening card. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. So for the next 7 to 10 days, you're awakening, okay? You're being woken up. First of all, there's energetic upgrades. I feel like if you have been kind of low on energy, things are kind of being slow for you, try to get your energy up as much as possible, because that will help attract better, greater things coming into you. So exercise will be a good way, right, to get your energy up. And then also it says a new way of being. So if you've been doing a lot of the same kind of routines, maybe you want to change things up a little bit, okay? Try different things. I think that will also help to vary up your lifestyle, make things a little bit more exciting for you, so that you don't feel so dull about things, right? Also, I just feel like awakening kind of like reminds me of inspiration. So you might be inspired to do something. So if you do get an inspiration, if you do get an epiphany of some sort, definitely I would say go and follow that, instead of procrastinate and be like, I'm gonna wait it out, because sometimes those inspiration, epiphany will be gone. So try to live in the moment a little bit more, instead of thinking so much about the past or the future. Try to live in the moment, so that you can feel excited as you go, right? And then also integration. So maybe there are things that you want to integrate. When I see integration, I also get the feeling of like collaboration with other people, right? Try to integrate yourself into other things, make yourself useful, right? So like teamwork, collaboration, all of that. So that is the major theme for the next 7 to 10 days. And now let's take a look at your career in the next 7 to 10 days. We have the Star. Oh my gosh, I think everybody's career is going really well in the next 7 to 10 days, really, like all of the piles. So For pile number 3, I think you're going to get your wishes come true. The star is also about being innovation, innovative, awakening, the Aquarius energy, right? I think definitely a lot of inspirations, epiphanies. You're going to, if you're in an area of like ideas where you sell ideas, or you're like sales and marketing, right? That type of like field, or maybe like writer, artistic type of field as well. I think you're going to get a lot of inspiration, divine guided energy or something like that, right? Also wish coming true. This is also about internet sometimes, social media, so technology. So you can definitely, I would say, make use of that to integrate that into your maybe your job, or the things that you're trying to do, right? Whether it's like some kind of a product development, or some kind of anything that you're doing, like the business deals or something like that. Try to integrate those technology or social media, or the internet, or some like technology, right, into those. And star is just like wish fulfillment. It's a really good card. Okay. Also, it's about communication as well, because it's an Aquarius energy. It's about communication. So make sure you communicate very well. Make sure there's no misunderstanding between you and your colleagues, you and your boss, you and your supervisor, you and your clients. Make sure you communicate clearly. You're not all over the place, because the Aquarius energy tends to get super excited, tend to jump from one idea to the other, right? So make sure the other people follow you and follow what you're trying to say to them, so there's no misunderstanding. But besides that, I think the star is a great energy for others of you. If you are trying to become famous, the star is about famous, right? Being seen, being a big, huge star, right? Bright and shiny star, up and coming, the rising star, all of that, right? So I think there is that possibility of you're like the next star in the company, or the next star, even if it's artistic, right? Talent, actor, singer, whatever it is. So you're being people really have a high expectation of you, okay? And whether you're employed or unemployed right now, okay? I think if you're unemployed, this is a dream come true card. So I think you will be getting good news or some sort, right? Or you're going to get the job that you've been wanting to get. Again, people have very high expectation of you. You stood out from the rest of the group. So this is the reason why you're getting the job, and you're like the rising star that they really put a lot of trust in you. They think you're like this next shining thing, all of that, right? You have lots of potential. So yeah, you're being seen. Here's the eye right here. So I think really sky's the limit. Whatever field you are in, sky's the limit. Okay. So that is that. Now in the area of love, let's take a look at it. 3 of Wands, very nice too. For a moment I was like, oh my God, 3 of Swords, but no, it's 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, very, very good card. In the next 7 to 10 days, I think there's lots of, this card is about timing. It's also about, waiting for your ships to come in, right? You're probably going to see a little bit of a result coming in already, but not the whole thing, right? So there's a lot of potential for this relationship to prosper, because the next card is the 4 of Wands. That's about celebration. That's about moving into a committed relationship. So there is that possibility right there. So for people who are single, I think 3 of Wands, there's a lot of people, I think they're putting kind of eyeing you right now. They're trying to make a move, but not quite just yet. They're not really sure what to do. Maybe you're kind of a little bit out of their league, but they're definitely seeing you as a potential, person that they want to date. Okay, but for people who are single, this is the only thing that you might just have to wait a little bit. Okay, and the next 7 to 10 days is waiting, but you are charismatic. You just keep doing whatever you're doing. You are also on the right track, awakening, right? So definitely try to pump pretty yourself up, or if you're a guy, then make sure you're groomed when you go out. Put your best self forward. I think you're going to attract a lot of people. I think you're in the energy of attracting a lot of like attention. There you go. That's the word. You're attracting a lot of attention to you in the next 7 to 10 days. But it's just that you're not going to be like out of singleness in the next 7 to 10 days. But people are like watching you, seeing you, and thinking about how they want to approach you. Okay, so really like groom yourself, pretty yourself up a little bit in the next 7 to 10 days, because there is that possibility. So now, if you are in a situationship, or if you have a crush on someone, I do think in the next 7 to 10 days with the 3 of Wands, I think it's good. Right? Things are growing. There's still passion. There is still like all these like attraction, chemistry between the two of you, right? Again, the next card is that celebration, stability card. So it might be on you guys' mind, but no one is ready to make that move just yet. So in the next 7 to 10 days, just go with the flow, chill. I think things are going to be quite good for you. Okay, there is a possibility of it moving towards a really good relationship, or maybe even a commitment. Okay, so now if you are in a committed relationship, in a stable committed relationship, I think having the 3 of Wands is that you guys are having some seeing some future together. You guys are planning out your future. You're trying to figure out what you want to do together. Still lots of like, this is about working together as a team. I know it's not the 3 of Pentacle cards, but the 3 is about getting together, working on some common goal too. Most of the 3, except for 3 of Swords, but even that, it's about healing, right? Putting yourself together, pulling yourself together. So all the 3 energy has that. So I think you guys, if you're in a stable, committed relationship, I would say that you guys are, trying to have a common goal and working yourself out, and trying to have like a planning on your future type of thing. Okay, but just waiting for the right time to do that. So that is that for the committed group. If you guys are looking to reconciliate or reconnect with like a past lover, right, in the next 7 to 10 days, 3 of Wands is still about waiting. So 3 of Wands, there is a possibility. I think that happens, so I think most of the groups, but there's a possibility. But the only thing is the next 7 to 10 days, because it is a 3 of Wands card, it's still like a timing in process or card. So I don't know if you guys will be able to actually really reconnect and reconcile in the next 7 to 10 days, because 3 of Wands is waiting, right? It's still waiting. It's a waiting card. So, but I think both of you guys might be thinking about it. Okay, obviously if you're listening to the Reconciliate Reconnect group, you are thinking about it already, but your person might also be thinking about it too, but none of you guys are ready to make that move just yet. Okay, I think, but look, awakening, I think there's maybe something is like giving you guys an epiphany, or motioning you guys like there is maybe you guys should give it another chance or something like that. But none of you guys are ready to make that move in the next 7 to 10 days yet. But I think the hope is there, okay? There is hope. Now, finally, let's move on to your finances and career in the next 7 to 10 days. We have the Ace of Cups. I think you guys are the best group out of all of them in regards to like the 3 area. I know 3 of Wands is not like a super good card, but it's not bad, okay? And the finances, you have the Ace of Cups. The other 2 groups is kind of like iffy, but you guys in the next 7 to 10 days, you're going to feel satisfied. You're being given opportunities, okay, to invest in something. There's opportunities for you to invest. There's opportunities for you to cash out and cash, you know, have a reward or profit on your investment. Okay, you're gonna feel satisfied. You're gonna feel good. There's new beginnings in regards to your finances in the next 7 to 10 days. Maybe you're going to be starting like, okay, I'm finally going to put together a financial plan, like strategize or something like that, so that you can retire early or retire rich, right? So there's a new beginning coming in for you in regards to your finances, or there's a good opportunity coming towards you in finances in the next 7 to 10 days. And as far as like expenditure goes, in the next 7 to 10 days, there is opportunity for you to spend money, but I think if you were to spend money, it's probably because you want to feel good, okay? You want to feel good, or because you profited from your investment and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna reward myself and buy something, so I, you know, with the profit, with the reward that I got. So finances, I think in the next 7 to 10 days for pile number 3 is really good as well. Awakening, opportunity. See, this is really your general energy. It's all these awakening, new opportunity coming in, potentials, all of that in all areas. So I think pile number 3, you guys got the best pile, definitely, okay? It's so funny. I think one of the comments I got in the previous video, someone commented about how number 3 is always horrible. I actually don't, it's not necessarily true. Today, pile number 3, I think it's the best pile. All right, so this is what I see for pile number 3. Let me know if this resonates with you or for you. If you have anything you would like to share with me, you can leave it in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share, or subscribe to my channel under my video, and turn on that notification bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.